Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Thursday morning. It's Stephen Whiteside here from theuptrend.com. In the pre-market this morning, ahead of the jobless claims and the PPI numbers, stock index futures are currently trading higher while gold is down again in the pre-market, down another $20. Crude oil is up 50 cents, and we've got Bitcoin continuing to move higher. Now, the VIX is still on a sell signal, made a new low yesterday. Things would change on Thursday if the VIX were to close above 1802. Now, there's Bitcoin almost unchanged yesterday at the end of the day, but it is trading higher once again in the pre-market. Now, while Bitcoin's been moving up, so has the US dollar, which has put downward pressure on other currencies like the Canadian dollar. So US products are getting more expensive overseas, while Canadian products are getting cheaper for Americans. And also, if they come to see Taylor Swift, they're getting a bigger discount on their Taylor Swift tickets. Now, did somebody say sell? Well, yesterday we had a huge reversal in all the Bitcoin-related stocks, and hopefully you've taken the time to take some money off the table on the way up. Bitfarms was down sharply. It filled the open gap yesterday, and we did not get to 391. Got as high as 385 yesterday before pulling back. We saw Galaxy pull back yesterday. We got up to the 28.13 level, and then we're trying to find support on the $25 level. Now, we had a new high yesterday for Hive, but then a big reversal and came down and filled that open gap. We were trying to get to 781, got as high as 775 yesterday. Then looking at Hut 8, new high for that stock, still closing higher on the day. Then we had a reversal for Coinbase coming back into the open gap. Big reversal day yesterday for Mara after making a new high, and a similar situation for MicroStrategy, new high yesterday before pulling back. So hopefully you've been able to take some money off the table along the way, and you're not sitting with a full position in any of those stocks. Now, today I wanted to focus more on technology stocks, but the questions overnight were all about the Bitcoin stocks and commodity ETFs. So here we are. We've got copper moving down yesterday, copper stocks moving in sync. Then we had the GLD move lower. Then we had the gold mining stocks, the GDX and the XGD, both closed lower on the day. Then looking at silver, silver made a new low for this move. So did the silver miners. Moving over to energy, we had crude oil stabilize yesterday, made a new low for this move before closing up a couple of cents. And similar situation for gasoline, while natural gas came back and closed at the previous day's high. Now, looking at the stock ETFs themselves, there's the U.S. energy stocks moving up 0.75% yesterday, while Canadian energy stocks were up a little more than that. So we're still on a buy signal here, still not trending, though. It's just treading water at the moment. This week, we've been watching the $600 level on the SPY, and so far we have not been able to close above it. We closed slightly higher yesterday, just up 29 cents. We're up 50 cents, 60 cents in the pre-market this morning. So it doesn't look like we're going to challenge 600 at the open. Now we're holding 593.75 as support this week. And if that breaks, we may go down and fill the open gap. We'll just have to wait and see. If we take 600 out, then 609.38 would be our next mathematical target. Now, I haven't looked at the ARK Invest ETFs in a while, and I was going to look at those as part of our coverage of technology stocks this morning. They all seem to be doing fairly well. They all benefited from the risk-on trade from last week. There's only one not doing well at the moment. That's the Genomics ETF. And if we look at FinTech, we made a new high yesterday before pulling back slightly. There's the Genomics ETF. It ran up on Friday, making a new high for this move before pulling back. Where did it reverse from? Well, the 27.34 level has been resistance for the past few months, and it is still resistance, unfortunately. And one day we may be able to break through it, but it might not be this week. Then looking at the ARK Innovations ETF, it pulled back yesterday. When anybody talks about how well they're doing, I always ask them what time frame they're talking about. This is a monthly chart of that ETF. Then looking at the Industrial Innovations ETF, it made a new high yesterday, still closing higher on the day, even though it was the low of the day. And then we have the Internet ETF. It made a new high yesterday as well. And we had a new high for the Space ETF on Wednesday. Now let's finish off this morning's presentation looking at, I need to change this graphic. It should be the Magnificent 9 now. Looking at the NASDAQ 100, you can see we've been treading water up here over the past few days. Trying to break out above the top of our projected trading range on the daily charts at 515.63. And of course, we're going to be watching to see if we continue to hold the $500 level. Looking at our weekly chart for our next target, 531.25 is our next target if we can break out above 515.63. Looking at the Magnificent 7 ETF, it's been treading water up here over the past couple of days as well. Apple still on a sell signal. That has not changed. Looking for a close above 227.41 on Thursday to give us a buy signal. New high for Amazon yesterday, heading towards 218.75. Then looking at Alphabet. Alphabet's stuck up here, stuck to 181.25. We made a high a couple of weeks ago, and we're trying to break out above that. And if we can do that, then if we can take out Tuesday's high, then 187.50 would be our next target. No joy here for Meta, treading in the water at the moment. A close below 572.36 would put us back on a sell signal. Looking at Microsoft, a close below 416.05 on Thursday would give us a sell signal there. NVIDIA treading water up here, close below $141.71 on Thursday would give us a sell signal. Looking to see if we can break out above 150. If 150 is taken out, then 156.25, 162.50 could come into play. And then look at Shopify in New York, Shopify in Toronto. That's been an incredible week for that stock. And looking at the TSX listing, we're up here at 162.50. If we can take that out, then 175 would be our next target. Then looking at Tesla, Tesla closed up slightly on the day yesterday. Now looking at our price targets on the daily chart, we had expansion. On the weekly chart, you can see our next target based on last Friday's close was 343.75. So here we are, we're up at that level now. We traded and closed above it the other day before pulling back. If we can take out Tuesday's high, then look for a move up to 375 as our next target for Tesla. And last up, Taiwan Semiconductors on a sell signal right now. That would change on Thursday if we closed above $198.03. Okay, folks, that is all for this morning's presentation. Waiting for those big economic numbers to come out at 8:30. So far, the market is currently above fair value. Enjoy the rest of your day. Next time you'll hear my voice is on Friday morning.